very aptly said, I wonder if I need to record. I might need to. Today, we are going to do two different things. I love lessons like this because you can do different things with it. And it's really cool because if you're not very strong with calculating and stuff, this is kind of like a different type of math. It's really neat. Today we're going to classify numbers. So we're going to learn about the different classifications. I'm sure you've heard some of them before. And then we're going to write written statements into math expressions, which is a really important skill. And if it doesn't make sense, let me know. We'll work with you on it. But it's important. It really helps with problem solving. So, and remember, it's up to you to decide when you're going to complete these two assignments. We don't have school tomorrow or Friday. That doesn't mean everything's due right now. You know, you still have the week, but I would get it done. I wouldn't want to work on my days off, right? But in case you are behind, oh, Emma, that's awesome. Yeah, and if you already did them, and let's say you learned something and you're like, oh, I got to go back and fix that. Remember, you can. You can go back and fix up. Good job, Chase. Fix up your math Excel. Okay, we already talked about popsicle sticks. Okay, so, oh, why before 5? Just your weekly plan. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. And while you type that, you go right ahead. I'm going to stop sharing for a second so you all can see my camera real easily. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it's a good goal. It's good to have goals like that, you know. I'm going to stop sharing because I want you guys to be able to see my screen here. Okay, can everybody see me? Hello.
Yeah.
My purple shirt. Yeah. Okay, so please grab your sheet of paper that you should have. I have computer paper. You don't need to have computer paper on you. You could have notebook paper, construction paper, whatever, it all works. But you should have brought a piece of paper. And it would work better if you turn your camera on so that I can see that you're doing it correctly, or if you might need some help. But if you don't want to, that's all right. You're just going to do the best you can. It might not turn out like mine because I've never done this online before. What? But it's fun too. You know what I would do? Hello, Emma. You know what I would do? I would tear it out of your notebook. It's a little bit easier. You can still do it in your notebook. So I'll explain if you leave it in the notebook. But you can do it that way. But I would just tear it out. It's a lot easier. Okay, so everybody take your piece of paper. And I take it the long way. And we're going to do what's called a hamburger fold. Have you guys ever heard that? I don't know if you've ever heard that term before. But because you're folding it over the, like, it makes it look shorter. If you did a hot dog fold, it would make it look longer. But we're going to do a hamburger fold, and you're not going to bring it all the way to the edge. You're going to leave a little white space here. Okay? So that's all we're doing. So once you have done that there, okay, so you're folding it over. It's not going to meet up with the edge. It's right on the side here, leaving this side open. Okay, and then you're going to fold it down. That's it. That's all the folding. And the way that we're actually going to use it is we're going to use it so this white space is on the right side and the fold is on the left. So it should open like a book. It should. Okay? But remember, you've got that little margin there. Does that make sense? Anybody have questions with that? Pretty easy, right? Not too bad. Feel free to turn on your camera and show me if you want. Otherwise, you don't need to. Perfect. Perfect job, Emma. Yep, very good. Heidi, no, wrong. No, I'm just kidding. That's perfect. Thanks, Heidi. Good job, Heidi. Anybody else want to show me just to make sure you got it? Cade's going to show me. Yay, Cade! Cade, you rock. Good job. Okay, anybody else? You can just turn it on. And if you don't want to be in front of the camera, you can have it right in front of the camera there. Oh, somebody else turned it on. Vlad, good work, Vlad. Thanks, Vlad. Way to represent. Yeah. All right. So then what you're going to do, okay, on the front cover with the margin that you left on the right side and with the fold on the left side, you're going to cut it. And if you don't have scissors next to you, that's okay. Just draw a line there and you can cut it later. Or you can kind of tear it as best as you can, but not in half. It's going to be kind of like where you leave a bigger margin on top and then a little part on the bottom. And it's just going to be on the front cover. So you're just going to cut the front cover. The back is not going to get cut. Okay? And if you don't have scissors, just draw a line there and you can cut it later. No problem. But it's going to end up looking like this. Okay? See how the bottom part opens? It's so nifty. Such a cool way to make notes. Let's see, Emma, hold it up. Perfect. Yep, you got it. Nice job. Go ahead and show me, guys, if you have it on there. It's just a fun way to take notes. That's why we're doing this. You have a line there already? Perfect. Maybe, yeah, maybe just kind of like outline it so you know to cut there later. Because the idea is it organizes it real nicely. But if you end up leaving it not cut, that's fine. It's okay. No big deal. Okay. That's all we need to have there so far. Does anybody want to see it again, or are we pretty good? I know, it's pretty simple. We're just cutting in the front, leave the back the same, okay? The margin thing is on the right, fold is on the left. I'm going to go back to sharing my slides. If you have a question, please, please ask, okay? Please, please ask. So it should kind of look like this. And what you're going to write in the margin, I have a note there, cut here, careful, just the front cover. You're going to write the real number system. That's what you're going to write in the margin. And then on the top part, you're going to write some squares there. You'll have the margin, and then you need to draw a square, just like I did, so that the, oh, where did my little pen thingy go? I had it here. Oh, there it is. I have it here so I don't lose it. Okay. So you're going to need 1, 2, 3 different squares that you draw in that top part there. So you'll have, this is just the margin part, but this is your first square, this is your second square, and this is your third square. And you should draw it like I did, with enough room for just a little bit of writing in there. Not a lot at all. And on the bottom, you can just leave it as is. You don't need to draw squares in there. So 3 squares. Please show me if you feel so inclined. It really helps me to see that you guys have it, because then I'll stop explaining it, right? Everybody should be like, hurry up, show her, get her to stop talking. I just want to make sure my instructions are clear. Seriously, that's the purpose. Emma, that's amazing. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you for showing. Anybody else? Thanks, Vlad. I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you. Okay, those who don't want to show me, can you just let me know you're good to go? Right, G2G, if you're good to go. You can tell me if you're G2G. Marina's good. Nathan's good. Nathan! Yes, my friend. Good job. Marina, yes. Proud of you guys. Good job. And someone messaged me privately to say, wait a second, and that's perfect. I love that.
I don't know if you're able to see this because I use pencil.
Oh, I can. That's perfect. I totally can, and that's good work. Perfection, my friend. Thanks for showing me. Oh, and Cade, I heard that you know my friend Caden. Are you guys fellow hockey players? I heard that. I don't know if that's truth. From another teacher, not like crazy big rumor. I was just curious. I worked with Caden. He was in my class last year. It was so much fun. And he lives in Hastings too. No, you don't need to write the numbers. Nope. Nope, nope. You are just writing the squares. Harrelson. Do you know Caden Harrelson? Oh, maybe that wasn't you. Maybe that was someone else. Huh. All right. Cool. All right. I had to ask. You know, that's like when you tell someone, I think I know you, and they're not the right person. You know, I've done that. Okay, so we are talking about different classifications of numbers, okay? And these are what they are. The first one is rational numbers. And you're going to be writing this in your little foldable thing on the inside of the front cover. So on the inside of the top part, and I'll stop sharing just for a minute so you can see my camera. On the inside of the top front cover, you're going to write the ones that are on the top that I'll show you again. Okay, on the inside of the front cover. And if they end up going in the wrong place, it doesn't matter. It's all notes. It's good. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is rational numbers. That goes on the inside of the front cover. Rational numbers are numbers that can be written as a fraction. Okay, so I always think rational fractional, or if you look at the word rational, can you guys see that there's ratio in there? Oh, and I just did that, sorry. Okay, annotate. So you guys see that the word ratio is in there? They can be written as a fraction. So this could mean fractions like 1/3, 1/2. You might even see it as a terminating decimal. So like 0.875. Something that ends, okay? Because if it's a terminating decimal, it can be written as a fraction. Okay, so that's rational numbers. That's what you are writing on the inside of your cover. Then underneath that, you're going to write integers. Integers are whole numbers and their opposites. And we've gone through integers before. Oh, guys, I'm having too much fun here. Oh, good, I still have till 12:30. Yes, good, okay. So integers are whole numbers and their opposites. So this means like -1, -3, 1, 2. What about 0? Does 0 count as an integer, you guys? What do you think? If you think 0 counts as an integer, type yes. Yeah, Vlad, you got it. You're totally right. 0 is an integer. A lot of people forget about 0. And he gets sad. So we want a 0 like this, a happy 0. No sad 0. Don't forget about 0. 0 is an integer. Okay, so integers are whole numbers and their opposites. And this is getting written on the inside cover of your little foldable thing here underneath rational numbers. Okay, then the next thing we have is whole numbers. Whole numbers are all the natural numbers and 0. So all the numbers, no negatives. So 0, 1, 2, 4 million, all that stuff. Okay, whole numbers are all the natural numbers and 0. And the natural numbers are the counting numbers. Yes, left side. And if you wrote it on the right side, totally fine. We can just flip-flop it with the practice. It should be on the left side. Left side inside of the front cover. And the natural numbers are, I always think of the Count from Sesame Street. Do you guys know the Count? All the counting numbers. He goes, 1, 2, 3, right? That's the Count. Yeah, Vlad, you got it. 1, Very good. Yes. 1,000 is 1. Yes, I would love to see yours. Please show me. Thanks, Cade. Yeah. I love seeing it. I'm actually gonna throw out a little not competition, that's not the right word. Okay, let me see. Hold it up a little more. Perfect. Very good. Very good. Nice job. This is what mine looks like. I'll show you how to fill in the words on the front, and then I have it right on the inside there. All right, then we can't forget about irrational numbers. So on the inside cover, on that little bottom flap, we're going to put irrational numbers on the inside. Okay, irrational numbers cannot be written as a fraction. So these are decimals like pi. You guys know pi, right? 3.1415 da 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 da. And I know you guys know more digits than I do, but they can't be written as a fraction because it's just too irrational. You might even see it represented as like the square root of 2. If you take this, the square root of 2 on your calculator, you're going to get this really long irrational number that just keeps going and going. They cannot be written as a fraction. I always think of someone who's very irrational. They're acting kind of, not in their right mind. They're like, and they keep going and they yell. And I say this a lot because my child gets very irrational sometimes, It's true, he is. And he keeps going and going. He doesn't stop. He's not rational. So there you go. Those are our classifications. So get those written down, and when you are done writing those, if you could please type in G2G for good to go. Vlad is G2G. All right. And you're going to want to have these written down because it really helps you with learning this stuff. So here's where I'm going to use my popsicle sticks. Vlad is good. Emma and Cade and Chase and Audrey and Jaden and Nadia. Very good. So my data tells me that Ava, Nathan, Marina, Ayub, Freya, and Evan are still typing. And that is fine, or writing. not typing, writing. That is totally fine. G2G. Kate is G2G. Marina's done. Ava's done. Oh, these are done. Ava and Marina are done. Thank you. So Evan, Freya, Ayub, and Nathan. We're doing good here. No problem. This is actually going really well. Oh, sorry, Freya. So sorry. You're good. Evan's good. I used to say G2G all the time when I used to play World of Warcraft. Has anybody ever played that? I was a Pandarian monk. You did? That's awesome. That's awesome. You'll never. Why is that, Cade? Get you too sucked in? Or you're like, meh. Yeah. I love it. I haven't played it in a while. I just kind of stopped. It happens to me. I get bored and I move on. Yeah, my husband is playing Final Fantasy online. Oh, Freya, that is so cool. I tried to get my son into playing it with me and he just wasn't into it. Ayub and Nathan, how you doing? It's a World of Warcraft. Ayub is done. Yeah, by Blizzard. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Do you still play it? Oh, yeah. That's awesome. I used to. Have not now. I'm now Pokemon obsessed. I am. Nathan, are you still writing? Does it take too much time there? Oh, you're done. Okay, great. Thanks for responding. That's awesome. Oh, my cat just jumped on my back. Naughty kitty. Okay, we're gonna do Pygon. Pygon, is it called? Ooh. Ah, didn't mean to do that. Okay. On the front of your foldable, you guys know where you made those squares? I'm going to have you guys write the classifications and I'll explain why. So the bottom one, because irrational numbers, they're really not including any other numbers. So the bottom flap on the front of your foldable, you're going to write irrational numbers. And if you don't want to write numbers all the time, you can do the little hashtag symbol and an S, whatever, that works. So irrational numbers are on the bottom because they really don't include any of the other type of numbers, okay? And then the most basic of numbers, natural numbers, are going to go on the inside square here. Natural numbers. Okay, and remember, those are counting numbers. That's another name for them. Those are just the basics. 1, 2, 3, all of those. Then we get a little further here, and we have whole numbers. And whole numbers are all of the natural numbers, but now we're adding what number? What number is a whole number but not a natural number? What number do we add? What do you guys
0.
think? 0. Yeah, you're right. Very good. We're adding 0. That's what it is. Then we go a step further and we'd say integers. And integers include all of the natural numbers, all of the whole numbers, and now what? What do we add for integers? Oh, pigeon. Oh my gosh, sorry, Cade. Pigeon. Huh, I have to look at that. I'm always looking for new stuff to play. New stuff to draw my focus. Just kidding. No. What are we adding when we go from whole numbers to integers?
Negatives.
Negatives. Yeah, you're awesome. Very good. We've got integers. And then finally, we have our fraction numbers or our terminating decimals. And these are all of our rational numbers. So that's kind of why we structure it like that, because a natural number is actually considered a whole number, an integer, and a rational number. It's all of those classifications. But like if you have like the number -2, -2 is an integer, and the integer box is inside the rational box. So -2 would be considered an integer and a rational number. Makes sense, guys? Any questions? Is everybody still writing that down? I'm going to switch it very shortly. Marina, Nathan, Evan, Jaden, thank you so much for letting me know. Done. Good. Is there anybody else who's still writing? Speak now or forever hold your peace. No, I'm just kidding. Speak now or Jen will go back. Done. Cool. Cool. Alrighty. All right, I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna switch it unless someone says something right now. Okay. So we're gonna practice, and this actually goes on the inside of your foldable, on the non-cut part, on the inside. Okay, on the back side, on the right side. So we're gonna do a little practice. So 0.875. And when we classify these numbers, we're going to put the name that best classifies it. Sometimes they'll say list all of the names it could be, but we're just going to put the best way to classify it. And be careful, because sometimes you'll have to actually do a math operation. Like you see those square roots, you might have to actually do that in your calculator to see what type of number you get. So what about 0.875? Here's what I want you guys to do, because I kind of want people to answer this. I don't like talking all the time, believe it or not, right? If you guys look on your participant list, I think there's a way that you can raise your hand. Do you guys see that? What is that under? My students found it. Oh, Nathan found it. Yeah. Okay, you guys found it. Perfect. Cool. So everybody put your hands down. Put your hands down. And if you are willing to answer, who would be willing to write on there or in chat what they think 0.875 is? Emma, what do you think it is? Rational, right. Why do you think it's rational? Right. Yeah, and it's a decimal that ends. Very, very good. And it can be written as a fraction. Yes, you are definitely going to write this down. Thank you so much for asking, because it's nice to make sure that I remember that. It goes on the inside cover. I'm going to stop sharing for a second. It goes on the inside cover of your booklet that we made, 0.875. You're just going to write it, and then you're going to write the word rational on there. So you have an an example. That's it. That's what I was saying. Rational. Cool. Okay, what about 0? Who would be willing to answer what they think 0 is? Cade, what's the best way to classify 0? Whole number, right. Very, very, very good. Whole number. 0, definitely the best classification is a whole number. It is an integer, but if you go a little further down there, it also is considered a whole number. What about 17? Cade, what do you think about that one? "17 is a whole number. You're not wrong. But I'm going to throw it out there to our friends. Do you guys think that's the best way to classify it? What do you guys think? And here's where it will really benefit me to have how you prefer to participate, because eventually I'd like to get to one of my popsicle sticks and say, "Oh, Marina, what do you think?" But if you really don't like that, I want to know. Emma says natural number. Yeah. What do you guys think? Do you agree with Emma? Is it a counting number? Could the count eventually get to 17? He could. Yeah, yes, he could. He could eventually get to 17. Okay, now what about square root of 10? What am I going to have to do first? Because 10 technically is a natural number, but it's got that square root. And that's not just a regular 10. Like, what is the square root of 10? How could I find that out? Square it. Yeah, we're going to, well, square root it, right? Square rooting is different. And Kate, I'm really glad that you said that, because sometimes people will hit 10 times 10. And that's not what we want to do. So remember your iPhone calculator, if you turn it sideways, you can get that square root button. So if you hit 10 and then the square root, what did you guys get for, you don't need to type all the places, but what is the square root of 10? When you hit 10 and that square root button, it's got the 2 and that little square root symbol and the X on the inside. What do you guys think? Oh, don't call me now, husband. Did anybody calculate it? Do you guys know? Oh yeah, Emma, you got it. Guys, if you have your iPhone, or sometimes your Android phones will do it, but if you go to the calculator and turn it sideways, yeah, you guys are right. Very, very good. You get a really long, crazy decimal. So on your foldable, you can write the square root of 10, and you can write 3.162277, and then usually you do dot, 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 just to indicate that it keeps going. So someone raise your hand, preferably someone who has not answered already, just so we can make sure everybody is answering. Because, gotta be equal, right? That's from Encino Man. I know, sorry. I love that movie. I'll ask if anybody's seen it later. Gotta stay focused, Jen. So, what do you guys think? Pardon me. Who would be willing to answer that question? Feel free to use the hand raising feature or just say me. Yeah, if you think you know what it is, hold on to it in your brain if you already answered one, because I will get to you. What do you guys think? Can I pick a popsicle stick? Can I do it? Glad I don't want to put you on the spot. Oh, I can? Is that okay? And if you want to pass, you can say pass. That's okay. Okay. Chase, I picked you. Chase, what do you think is, oh, pass. Okay, that's okay. No problem. It's all good. Nathan. Nathan. I'm being random here. I'm picking it from there. What do you think is, oh, pass. Don't everybody pass, please. It's okay. Ava? Ooh, Freya raised her hand. Freya raised her hand. Yay, Freya, thank you. What do you think? What do you think is the best way to classify that square root of 10, which is like 3.162277? It just keeps going and going. Doesn't end. What do you think, Freya? Is everybody thinking, how long will she wait? Oh, that's okay. No problem. We're going to pass. Cade, what do you think it is? Help us out, my friend. Mi amigo. You're all mi amigos. What do you think, Cade? It doesn't. And it just keeps going and going and going. Oh my gosh. Reminds me of my child. And I'll say, stop being blank. Please be blank. Cade, are you still with us? Emma? Yeah, Cade, you were close. It's one of those. It's one of the ationals, right? It really is. That sounded weird. I'm sorry. I regret saying it that way. But it's going to be irrational. Sorry, Cade. Sorry, you guys. It's going to be irrational, right? Why is it not rational? Why is it irrational? Why is it irrational? So that means not rational. Why is it irrational, Emma? Why do you think? Right. Yeah, Freya, you got it. Yes. And Vlad, good job, you guys. Irrational cannot be written as a fraction. And you can't write that as a fraction because it keeps going and going and going. Cool. Now, kind of the opposite of that, Cade, what do you think 2/5 is? What would we classify that one as? What do you think? Or someone else. Totally fine. In the interest of time, I'm just going to keep us cruising here. 2/5. What do you guys think? Is that? Oh, yeah, Freya, you go. Go for it. What do you think? Rational. Yeah, good job. Excellent. Freya says rational, and she's right because it's already a fraction. Very good. What about -29? Okay, that makes sense. No problem. See, it's all good. We're kind of going left to right and line by line. That's what we're doing. -29. What's the best way to classify that one? What do you think? Vlad, can I pick on you? Oh, makes sense. No, that's okay. That's all right. I love that I have someone named Vlad that I can call on. Yeah, Vlad. Vlad, do you agree with Emma? Or everybody else? Do you guys agree with Emma? Yep. You guys should, because she is right. Very good. Yay. Okay, what are we going to have to do to that square root of 81 first? We got to calculate it, right? We can't just classify it as it is, because that might not work. What is the square root of 81? What is it? 9. Very good. The square root of 81 is 9. Okay. Now, what is the best way to classify 9? What do you guys think? Vlad, what do you think? What's the best way to classify 9? Natural. You are right. That's one of our natural numbers. the count can get there, right? He can get there. 1, 2, 3, or 9, Okay, what about 0.7 repeating? Now this one's weird. This one's tricky. Is anybody willing to give that a shot? What do you think? Decimals are always going to be either rational or irrational. And we know that irrational keeps going and going, but look at our irrational number that's on there. We had 3.162277. It's not really repeating. So what do you guys think? 0.777777. Yeah, Freya, you got it. Freya says it's rational, and she's right. It's weird, Emma. I know, it's a weird one. It really is. But this one's actually rational. Repeating decimals that have a pattern can be written as fractions. They can be. Yeah, so like think of 1/3. 1/3, if you divided it out, would be 0.3333333. Then we keep going. What about pi? What do you guys think? What is pi? Pi is irrational. Yeah, that's like a famous. Good job, Audrey. Yes. Oops, I can't spell it. IRRATIONEL. Yep, pi is a very famous irrational number. And what about 8 3/4? What do you guys think? 8 3/4 is rational. Yeah, Freya, good job. 8 3/4 is rational because it is written as a fraction. Good job, you guys. That was excellent. Excellent work. Good practice. Is there anybody that's still writing stuff down, or can I switch to our next slide? All right. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to switch it. Oh, bye, Heidi. No problem. Have a good day. Thanks for coming. I'll post this video on Moodle in case you want to see. Yeah. Oh, Cade, I will explain about that. So guys, you know how you guys did these foldables? Here's what I would love. Okay. I don't want to make stuff like this like a, punishment thing, but some of you guys, you did it, and I'm hoping all of you did it. So if you can, take a picture with your phone or your computer, however it works, of your foldable and then email it to me. Okay? Because what I want to do is I'm going to put it on our banner for our class so I can display it. Please. And as an incentive there, if you have an assignment you didn't do or whatever, if you send me this, I'll excuse something for you. Okay? Yeah, you can text it to me, guys. Totally. That might be easier. Text it to this number, 651 829 9232. Don't text it to my work number. That's my, oh, I sent that to Freya privately. Sorry, guys. Okay. 651 829 9232. That's where you can text it to. And then I'm going to put it on our banner for our class because I think that would be cool. Or if you don't want me to do that, you can let me know, but I really want to do it. Oh, oh yeah. Just take a picture of the front, or you can take a picture of the inside, however. Who's the favorite? I'm the favorite? Am I the favorite? Yes! What? No. She's just responding to me privately. Oh, because I responded to her. That's right. I'll have to do it to all of you now. No favoritism. Did you guys see my socks? I have dog socks today. Yeah. You're not wrong. There's a lot of awesomeness in this class, I'm going to tell you right now. All right. We have to talk about writing expressions today. I got some text messages. Thanks, guys. Okay. So now we're going to switch gear a little bit. We have to talk about writing expressions. Okay. So first thing is I'm going to send a poll out to you guys. This one is more of like a answering question type poll. So my question to you is, when a number represents any number from a set of numbers, what is that called? And this is actually a question I got out of your homework, so it really helps. Somebody has already chosen bubbles. How did I know that? I was getting a little punchy when I was making this lesson here. Oops, I just knocked over my coffee. That is not awesome. Oh, and it's on the pants. I was going to return, but now I can't. Ugh, bummer. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to get a towel for my coffee I spilled. All right. I know, right? Ugh. I was going to return these pants I got from my daughter because they don't fit right. And now I can't because there's coffee on them. Oh, well. Banana. Wait, are you eating a banana? Oh, I could put it on there. Isn't it creepy when they do that? That is so creepy when they do that. My boy cat Samson used to do that, and I'd be like, what? Oh, that's so funny. That's too funny. Oh, okay. Cool, guys. I like what I'm seeing here. So I'm going to share the results here. Most of you say variable. We've got 22% who thinks the answer is bubbles. I get it. 1% or 11% think chicken. And 22% think constant. So I'm going to say the majority has it. I love that. Very good. So a variable is a letter that represents a number, right? So in your notes here, and this does not go in your foldable, this is your private notes here, you would just say, or your math notebook, not private notes. What? Jen, okay. A variable, we would say, is a letter that represents a number. That's what a variable is. And a constant is the number in an expression. So in 4x plus 5, okay, in that expression there, what do you guys think would be the variable? Where's the variable in there? 4x plus 5. Can someone circle the variable for me? Or you said it. That's great. X. Yeah, X is our variable. And then can someone underline the constant, the plain number that's by itself? Perfect. We have X as our variable and 5 as our constant. I just want to warn you guys to be careful. When you have something like 4x minus 5 here, the constant is actually a -5. Remember when we were doing integers, we said that every single subtraction problem can be changed into adding a negative. So remember that constant could be negative if you have a subtraction problem in there. Just throwing that out there. So a variable is a letter that represents a number, and a constant is the number in an expression. Cool. And bubbles, right? Have you guys ever done Kahoot? I don't know if you've ever done that. It's an online thing. Yeah, when I would always put bubbles as a choice there, just because. I don't know why. Apparently I like bubbles. Okay, so we are going to do some work with expressions here. In the interest of time, yeah, because we're running low on time, I'm going to skip ahead to kind of the final product here. Take a look at this. So we are going to be writing expressions, okay? So we're going to have like, yeah, we did Kahoot a whole lot when I was in school, and it's fun. I like it, but you know, I'm still trying to figure out how to get it into the online world, and I will. Yeah, that was fun. They had a lot of good, like, I liked playing the logo Kahoot. That was cool. So, okay, but these are really important here, guys. This is a great page to maybe take a screenshot of or write in your notebook. These are different words and phrases that mean different math symbols, and I just want you to look at it. Yeah, so maybe we could potentially play. I'm gonna work at it. I'll work on that, guys, I promise. So for addition, these are words that tell us that we're adding. Plus, and, total of, altogether, increased, combined by. Oh, you don't like it? Or are you being sarcastic? Sometimes it gets overused. It really does. I will say that. So, but big things you guys got to see if we're adding, you're looking for words like some, more than, added to, combined, all together. Yeah, it gets overused. Yup, I know that. Plus total of all of that. So when you're combining stuff, like think about when you're at the grocery store and you're combining all of your groceries together. Those are words that mean addition. If you're subtracting things, you're taking things away. So decrease, fewer than, shared, fewer than, less than, different, less, whatever. Those words mean subtraction. If you're doing multiplication, big words would be product. Product is a word that tells us to multiply. Double, increased by a factor of. Of is a huge one. If you guys see the word of, that always means multiply. Division is quotient, ratio, per. Those words tell us we're dividing. And if we need to set something equals to, we would say is, are, were, was. And if we need parentheses, these words tell us we need parentheses. The quantity of is a big one. That tells us there's parentheses around that expression. So what I would do, guys, I'm going to post this video on Moodle. I would come back to the video and make sure that you get these words written down, because it's really, 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 really helpful to have those written, okay, in your math notes. So today, right after this lesson, I'm going to get this video uploaded to Moodle. You'll go to our week, and then you can just skip ahead to where you see this, hit pause, and write it down. Does that make sense, you guys? Any questions? So I want to try and demonstrate this real quick, and then I will let you guys go. Oh, it's so blurry. I'm so sorry. So when you guys are doing this in your homework or when you did it, you're kind of taking it piece by piece, okay? So see this one. This one says a number minus 18. Whenever you have a number, we don't know what number that is. So what do you guys think we would use to represent that number? X, a variable. You're right. Very good, you guys. So we would say a number, that's X. And minus, what symbol is that? A subtraction sign, right? And then 18. You're just taking it piece by piece. Or it could be a number decreased by 16. Right. You could also say X. Sometimes they'll tell you X plus 12 is, what symbol is there for is? Equals, right, yeah, good, equals 21. Good. Very, very good. What about this one here? X times 12 is 46. You can write that on the screen. Good. Oh, I love how you put the dot there. Whoever wrote that, very good. Yeah, we definitely want to transition away from using the dot. Good job. And remember, you guys can write it like this too. Math Excel might have you write it like this, 12x. Okay, because 12x and x times 12, it's the same thing. They usually just like the number first. So they might have you write that as 12x. And then is 46. Even though that doesn't make sense. You can't multiply a number by 12 and get 46, can you? No, doesn't make sense. It would have to be a decimal. It sure would. Okay, what about this top one? This is the last one we'll do. 6 more than twice a number. If I would split this, I would go like this. 6 more, oh wait, more than twice a number. How would we write that as a statement? 6 more than, what would that be? This is just 6. What math operation means more than? What do you guys think? Not multiplication. I would use multiplication for twice a number. Yeah, I would say plus here. 6 more than. More than would be plus. And then when you do something twice, you do it 2 times a number. And you don't need to write 2 times n, you can just write 2n. Good. So this expression would be 6 more than twice a number. Twice a number is the same as saying 2 times a number. Very good. What about the next one? I lied. I said we would do that. We'll do one more. One more, I promise. One more. 8 divided by twice a number. Now, I know you guys are used to seeing this division symbol, right? But we want to transition into using the fraction bar. I think that's what Math Excel will have you do. I'm not sure. Yep, 8 divided by twice a number. Perfect. Very good. Very good. Or if they have you write it like straight up and down, it would be like that. But that's perfect. That's all I have for you guys. That is perfection. You guys did really, really well today. I didn't write a thank you slide. Oh, geez, Jen. But thank you. Thank you for coming. You are free to go. Bye. Excellent work today. You guys did really good.